We're talking faith, business, and education. Let's grow together.
Welcome aboard.
Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Kwanele Nomonde Mncube, and if you are still here, I appreciate you. If this is your first time, welcome aboard. So today, I'm not going to be very long. I am going to share a scripture that has been in my heart for the past couple of weeks, and I pray that the scripture is going to be encouragement for someone out there who so desperately needs to hear it. And it reads as follows. It is from James chapter 1. It says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work in you, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." I love that verse 4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work in you, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." This lack that he is speaking about is not so much a physical lack, but he is talking about a spiritual abundance. That is the kind of abundance that makes you thrive in situations of difficulty. That is the kind of abundance that makes you see a way in places where there seems to be so much opposition, where there seems to be so much attack. He calls us to be joyful in situations that would most naturally cause us to be downhearted, and he says, be joyful in these situations, because in those situations, that is when God builds you up. And I know that you may not see what God is doing in your life. And let me just remind you that when you do not see something physically happening, that is because God is doing something internally. And the work that God is doing internally is worth so much more than the work that is done in the physical. Because remember, everything that is done internally is sown in the spirit, and everything that is sown in the spirit is eternal. It is worth so much more than all the money in the world. It is worth so much more than all the dreams that you have. It cannot be compared to anything. So when you face situations of trials and testing, be reminded that in that moment, God is maturing you. And you want to hold on to your maturation. You want to hold on to the work that God is doing inside of you. Because when you get out of that season, my goodness, you will be untouchable. And I mean it in the most literal sense. There will be very few things that bother you. There will be very few things that will cause you to be downcast. Why? Because you have been made mature and complete, and you have no lack whatsoever. So I hope that this word will encourage you to hold on. I hope that it will remind you that in life we will all face trials and tribulations. But when we are with God in those trials, then there's never a moment that is lost or a moment that is in vain. Torrin Wells says in one of his songs that God never loses a battle, but he also never wastes a battle. There is nothing that is wasted when you are with God. So hold on. And I pray that God may comfort you. I pray that God may reveal himself to you in new ways. I pray that you will find your joy in him, that although circumstances may not be what you have had hoped or have hoped for yourself at this present time, I pray that God will give you the peace and understanding that He is doing a work in you that is eternal, that is worth more than anything in the world. Well, thank you so much for joining me once again. If you have not already done this, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please share this with those around you. Turn on that notification bell so that you will be up to date with everything that I release, and I will see you in the next one.